Welcome back to our Brazil playthrough, episode 24. On the previous episode, we did go ahead and purchase the cement factory. So basically, most of today's episode... Oh, we have a sleeper in the back, I didn't even notice that. Most of today's episode, we'll be getting that supplied. Which will be quite a bit of stuff. But we do got to get some gas in our Mercedes-Benz because it is running low. I'm surprised we didn't run out on the previous episode. We'll just run down to the pump. We could actually probably have grabbed one of those jerry cans from our tool shed at home and just brought it down there. But either way, we got to travel to get it there. So we might as well just drive down here and grab it. Shouldn't be too expensive. There we go. Filling up. We don't want to run out. We will have to figure out, is there an electric charging section on this map, or do we have to put one down? I do not see one. We got a ways to go before we need to charge our wheel loader. We could place one right down at the mine if we have to. Oh, we got to get turned around. Let's go down here. We'll get flipped around. Yeah, so we have to we got a lot of work to do today. Again, we're going to have to get some more rocks down to our lime plant. Let that run. Get some lime out of there. That will have to go up to our cement factory. And then we got to get some dirt over to our cement factory because we're going to have to mix up some cement bags. That's the whole production, obviously, at a cement factory. We're going to need pallets. We're going to need some mining equipment. We're going to need the tools. And all that jazz. It's going to be a whole big supplying episode, I think. We might have to do like a glorified time lapse. Or do multiple time lapses. Because I really do want to get it, basically, if we can, pretty close to being completely supplied at the end of this episode. Which is going to be, like I said, it's going to be quite a bit of dedication, if you will. We could buy a lime, but we know that's expensive. Let's just do it all how we're supposed to do it. That's the whole point of buying the lime production, was to be able to supply the next production, and we are finally here. Again, we did decide to take the money in the previous episode, because I wasn't absolutely sure if, like in Farm Sim 22, if you supplied a production with a product, and then you bought it, it would actually be in the production. They changed it on 25, which is... It's only right to do that, let's be honest. But we are finally here. Yep. So the cement factory, again, is straight ahead of us. That was actually pretty cheap to buy, 300,000, which is a very nice breathing room since the buying the lime, which was over 2 million, 2.6 I believe it was to be exact. The bulldozer disappeared on the previous episode, and I have saved and came in, so we'll see if it respawned since the last episode. I almost think it got stuck in that new road we put in coming down. It's nice to have that shortcut, if you will. We should maybe, I was gonna say, maybe consider putting a shortcut in here. But I hate to take away from the aesthetic of the map too much, because that's kind of the whole point. We're going down to a mine, so we gotta, you know, windy around, but I think the shortcut for supplying is good, but we could always change it to distributing too, eventually, for the from the lime production up to the cement factory. Save us some time doing that. There's nothing wrong with that, but we got that nice road in there, which was really needed, let's be honest. That cut off a lot of time. It doesn't look too bad. Yeah, I don't know if the bulldozer disappeared. We'll get a few loads down to the lime production, and then, like I said, we'll have to start supplying some dirt over to the cement factory. Let me get this rolled off, and then we'll look at the operation here. There we go. Not too far. Yeah, so if we look at the production, of course, cement factory. Yeah, we got a bunch of stuff we have to supply with, like I said. Looks like I covered everything already. Dirt, lime, mining equipment, pallets is a new one. So we're going to have to buy for those pallets because we're not going to build or manufacture them. We'd have to buy the wood production for that. That's not going to happen. And then tools. We probably have to obviously give some more mining equipment and tools also to our lime production. But we'll see how it goes. Looking forward to this, to the, again, doing the next leg in the production, you know, keeping things moving here. And then we'll be able to get the brick factory. That's kind of almost, I don't want to say it's our finale. It'll probably be our last production, maybe. Because the whole goal of this series here is we're going to complete that bridge. And it might take us a little while, but I'm going to try to do the best I can to kind of make sure things don't get stagnant. Because that will happen when you have to continue to do the same things over and over. And we don't want to get too bored. So let's do a little time lapse. It might actually be quite of a long time lapse. We'll do some of this, we'll do some dirt, and I'll grab some mining equipment and all that good stuff. I think we're gonna make another shortcut here. As you can see, I went ahead and did one right here. Brilliant. That's cut so much time off. I think we should do another one over here. Those trees are kind of in the way. Well, let's do the ramp thing. That seems to work out pretty well. If we can set this as a target, let's make sure we're big enough. Target slope, and then we can bring it right down here. We'll go right through here. That's one tool I don't really use a whole lot. But it does work very well. I should let's increase the there we go. Let's do that again. I don't know how far this is gonna go here to the hopefully this works. I mean, that's kinda we can soften in a little bit and make it ooh, that's way up. That is I suppose I should probably start right here and then go up, and I think it'll do it. There we go. That's what we needed to do. Set the target slope up, and then we'll work our way into it. I don't use that tool a whole lot, but it's nice when it's... Wow, that's really good. I always usually just do it myself, but it's way better if you use the tools what they're for there. There, look at that. I think that's pretty good. Now let's actually blend this in a little bit. Let me flatten that real quick. We're gonna get this slope down here so it looks a little bit more realistic. That's not too bad. Again, we'll put some gravel on there. For traction going up hills. I'm liking these shortcuts so much. Our third shortcut. Doesn't need to be real wide though either. Cuts off a lot of time this going around. Right up through here. And then we'll do a little bit of smoothing here. Oh wow, it gets really thin down here though, doesn't it? It's not, I guess we don't really need it that wide. Let me put some of this down here. I think the key to this is to not go too crazy with the same amount of, or the same brush. Change it up, looks more realistic. Might be a little bit bumpy there. Let's smooth that out. Again, I could probably come back through and make things look a little more realistic. And then up here as well. Excellent. That'll save us so much time. And like I said, we could paint in some, or at least maybe some grass. Sporadically. Something like that. Let's give her a shot. We could take some time off. That is always good. Should have no problem climbing the hill. Yeah, we got to get some tools, and then we're gonna get also some mining equipment. And we're actually gonna have to get some pallets. I don't think we can't get all that on one load though. So we'll get one of each. Well, we'll get the mining equipment and the tools, because obviously that's one load. And then we'll go back and get some final pallets. Yeah, it's a little steep in here. They're still open. Good thing. We could always buy the... I think we could buy the pallets from the other area on the map. Wouldn't be bad to get over there once, but there's not a forklift over there, unfortunately. Oh, let's go the other way. Yep, mining equipment. We'll do one of them. Oh, we're gonna run out of cash, aren't we? Yes, we are. Unfortunately, we're gonna need some tools, which are 10,000 as well. We still actually had a loan anyway. I keep forgetting that. We will be getting ahead sooner or later. So where are these tools and mining equipment gonna go? There must be a... well, I guess we could try to dump them here. Let me just double check around here and see if there's another spot. Oh, probably right here. If I had to guess, I think the spawn pallets, cement bags will spawn there. I'm guessing that's our spot over there. We'll drive over there. That would only make sense. Gotta think about what we could do to kind of automate, you know, try to make this less painful, getting the materials like the dirt and then the rocks filled up. I think we should try to revisit the conveyor idea again. Because what we could do... Let's see if this works. Yes. What we could do is put a conveyor at the rock area and then also the dirt area. And then we could probably get another dumper. And then we could just kind of rotate between those, so when we're doing one, the other one's filling, you know what I'm saying? That would be like work smarter, you know? Alright, so we have plenty of mining equipment, tools. The lime is being produced, which you probably already have some. A little bit, 9. Might as well take a full load of that. We can get some pellets. I suppose we could take a nap, maybe. I mean, it's still not completely dark yet. Let's run back and we'll get some pallets. We can take care of that. And then, like I said, we'll probably take a nap. And I think we should maybe consider buying a conveyor belt. Does it say when they close? I don't see anything. Yeah, it'd be nice to know so we don't get locked in here, but I guess if we get locked in, we'll have to take a nap. Oh, let's see. Should we just go like this? We're gonna have to... How many? We could probably fit quite a bit of pallets on here. How expensive are those? Hopefully not too much. Pallets, 1,400 for a stack. Not too bad. So what we'll do... Let's buy what? I guess it shows our total here. 3,000 worth. We don't need to go any more in debt. Let's go with that. We'll get these loaded up. What is that? 3 stacks? 4 stacks. 3 stacks. It's kind of a nice change of pace where you actually have to provide the pallets a little more realistic. Ain't too bad to load. We can do 2 at once like this too. Just so we have something to get going with. All right, excellent. Sun is going down. We'll get these over there. And then I think we'll take a nap. And then we'll probably get a load delivered of lime in the morning. And then I think we'll call it there for today's episode. One thing I'd be quite interested in knowing is if these pallets are one-to-one. Like how many pallets we have is how much would actually, you know, pallets you get for cement. Because that would be what it should be. 3,000. Because it's just by liters. But Otherwise we get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. There should be 10 pallets of cement. So we should actually get 30 things of cement without having to resupply with pallets again, if it was actually realistic. Yeah, that'd be right according to the calculation here. It'd be 10. Yeah, that should work. So that's awesome that it's set up that way. And I don't know how quickly this production will actually run. And there we go. Excellent. So we will take a nap at home. She's getting dark. And then, like I said, that lime will process, and I think we'll take a load down, or I should say up there. And then we can at least start getting some cement bags. Nice, we got some good income coming in. We're up to 24. Probably start paying back some more loan. But we do want to get... I think we'll wait on that, because I do kind of want to get the... Well, another dump trailer, and like I said, those conveyor belts, which I think like we'll save that for the next episode, because it's just going on a little too long, I think. Yeah, it looks like we have a load of lime. The rain doesn't affect the mud here too much. When it gets stuck. Yeah, full load. I like it. So now we'll make it up our new road over here, which shouldn't be a problem at all. Good thing we graveled it. Ah, nice little shortcuts. I like it. Oh, she's slowing down though. There's no way we'd make that, I don't think, if we didn't have gravel on there. No way. First load of lime coming in for our cement. They should have everything they need to get started. Cement, and then we'll go to, yeah, we're gonna store. And she is running. Look at that. Yeah, this should work out nice. And then we'll sell it to, I believe there's only one place to go with it, I think. Actually, there's quite a bit. The bridge actually needs some as well, so we could probably supply them first so we can get paid. I mean, we get paid either way, but that'll take care of that, and then we don't have to worry about doing that later. And then we could go to the brick factory. This is going to be fun. I really like, I like this chain. Okay, I think we're going to leave it there for today's episode. On the next one, like I said, I think what we're going to do is we're going to try some conveyors. I'm real excited for that, because like, we can drop one container off while that one's filling, we'll go pick up the other one, and then we can just keep doing that. Obviously, those piles won't keep up, but we got the loader to get some of the rocks on the side. There's plenty of rocks all over here. So once the pile depletes, we could still use the wheel loader and grab them. And we'll go from there. So thank you guys so much for watching, and we will see you on the next one.